So I've got a 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. I did a previous review on this. This is the Voltworks, and I bought this a couple months ago, and I've installed a transfer switch here, which allows me to run the entire motorhome on the inverter or the utility just by changing the position of the switch. So currently I have it set up for running the entire motorhome on the inverter. And then I installed the remote switch right here. And then you can see the power meter right there. So that little light is pulling 17 watts that I use to look into the cabinet. So what I want to do is I want to show you what it can and cannot do, particularly what loads can it run. And what I'm really interested in is, can it run my air conditioner? So here's my air conditioner. It's the Fetters. This is probably about a 5,000 BTU, something like that. This is the original that came with the motorhome. And so it's just a little bit cool right now. We're gonna have to wait because when I turn the switch on cold, the relay is not clicking on, so we're gonna have to wait a couple hours so it warms up. But in the meantime, let's test the microwave. And so here's the microwave, a small one, and it pulls about 1 kilowatt. See, I gotta redo that table. Every time I go for a spin, that bounces around. So let's put that in there. All right, let's give this a run. So let's put in a minute and then go ahead and start. Now looking down at the power meter, you can see that we're pulling 1.2 kilowatts and about 90 amps. And so that's about half the capacity of the inverter, and as you can see, it runs it just fine. And so that's no problem. So next we want to find out if it can run the air conditioner. So I have it on vent right now, but I can tell that it's now cold enough because you can hear the relay clicking, okay? So that means that we can give it a good test. So let's just see what it's pulling with the fan. So we got about 50 watts with just the fan, and so let's see if it'll start. I'm gonna go ahead and move this switch over to cool. Now, no fan, no compressor yet because I want to run it with a load, and then let's see if it'll go. And there she runs. All right, let's check to see how much power this is pulling. Now, this is 400 and some odd watts, can't quite read that, but I have been actually running this for 3 or 4 days, and this will actually go up to about 900 watts depending on the temperature. When it's really cold like that, it has a tendency to run at this lower wattage, and then it'll do more. But the important thing is that it starts it. And so as you can see, we've got what, 30 or 40 amps? I should put my glasses on now, shouldn't I? Okay, glasses on, 33.7 amps. And we're running about 450. So now it's starting to come up a little bit. So anyway, I ran this for 2 days, something like that. And I just let it run all the time. And I kept coming in here and checking this, and it was just putting out cold, and then it would cycle back and forth on its own just fine. So I'm just tickled pink that it'll run it, because now what I can do is I can run this for a couple hours and then just charge with my solar modules that I bring with me. And I'll show you those next. So here's one of the modules right now. I just put it on the back of the motorhome, and you can hear the AC running in the background. And so that puts out, these are 100 sharp, 140 watt. They pull about, maybe 90 to 100 watts each. So I can do at least 200 or 300 because I have 3 of them. And that's just a little bit less than what the air conditioner pulls. And so you can't run it all day long, but you can do it at least for several hours just with these 3 modules. So I'm really quite pleased with this. This inverter, right now it's just as cool, but it does warm up. If you run this for 3 or 4 hours, this case will start to come up. So what I do is I just open this door, and then in the summertime, I haven't tried it, when it's real hot, but I might put an auxiliary fan here that just blows and gets some of this warm air out of here, but we'll see. But anyway, I'm really quite pleased with its performance. And if you saw the previous video that I did, I put an oscilloscope on it, and it does have a pure sine wave signal, and the frequency is really quite close to utility. So if you're interested, I will put a link in the description below, and you can check that out. And then I love this remote switch. So when I'm done with this, as you can see that even it's got a nice little battery meter on it. Just press this button and shut it down when I'm not in use. There goes my light. And that's all there is to it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.